What's up? So, I know I'm normally this random goofy guy. Today's video is a little different. And yes, I know my lips are chapped to hell. I bought some new chapstick. Okay, anyway. Okay, so this is really personal to me. Only a handful of people know this. And, well, I'm not telling any of you guys this because I want pity or I want you to feel sorry for me or anything like that. I don't want any of that. I have a friend and her daughter is going through the same thing that I went through. She didn't know that I went through that, but I told her because I understood. And her daughter, it's really rough for her. And she suggested that maybe if I told my story and got it out, that maybe I would be able to help people like her daughter. I never planned on making this video. I never planned on telling many people this story. But here it is. I'm going to tell you about the day I decided to kill myself. I decided to take my own life. Worst day of my life. I don't want to go into too much detail on what happened that day that made me come to that conclusion. I'm all kinds of messed up. I've got OCD, ADHD, anxiety, I have panic attacks, I have depression and bipolar. So there's all kinds of stuff messed up with me. But it kept piling on, and things happened that day. I'll tell you a couple things, but I lost the person I loved the most forever. My cousin died. I found out my uncle had cancer. This was all in one day. And some other stuff happened. And I just wanted the pain to go away. And I've struggled with it plenty of times. And I've had the thought of, ending it all. But I always told myself, you know what? Tomorrow I can do it. And then when tomorrow came, I was like, okay, I'll get through today and tomorrow I can do it. And I kept telling myself tomorrow. And tomorrow never came. Until that day. It was way too much to handle by myself. And that's what I did. I felt so alone, just in the dark. No one to talk to. No one to help. Of course, I had people that I could have talked to, that I could have reached out to. But I didn't want anybody to know what I was about to do. So when I got home that day, I went to my room and I took a ton of my depression pills and a ton of bipolar pills. And at this point in time, I smoked cigarettes. So I went outside and I decided to have one last cigarette. So I'm outside smoking, and at the time I also lived with my mom and my brother. I sent my mom a text. I said, "Mom, I love you." She replied and said, "I love you too." I sent my dad a text. He said, "I love you." And he replied, "Love you too, bud." I sent my brother a text. I said, "I love you, kiddo." And I did not want to cry. You can tell this is personal. I sent my brother a text. I said, "I love you, kiddo." And he replied, "What the hell did you do?" He was the only person who caught on. I said nothing. He ran outside. He could see that I was starting to get way out of it. And he goes, "What did you do?" I said, "I took a lot of pills." He ran inside and he told my mom, Ryan needs to go to the hospital. He just took a bunch of pills. My mom and brother pretty much forced me in the car. They got me to the hospital just in time. I walked in the hospital, the lady looked at me, and all I said was pills, and then I was out. I passed out right then and there, face right into the floor. And the next couple days were blurry, but I remember some of the stuff. I remember after I passed out, I woke back up a little bit and I was in a wheelchair, passed right back out. I remember waking up in a room and ripping the oxygen off of my face and passed back out. The next time I woke up, it was my mom over my bed just crying. It's all I remember. And like seeing her hurt so much because of something I did, that was the worst feeling I've ever felt in the world. I remember looking at my mom after I woke up, and this time I was kind of realizing what was going on. I was like, where's Jeremy? He's my brother. And she's crying. She's like, Jeremy got kicked out of the hospital. I was like, what? She said, your brother started screaming at you when you were unconscious that if you die, he was going to revive you and beat your ass. My brother. So, but anyway, back to it. So, pretty much, like, at first I felt so much pain that I caused all this pain, and I thought I was angry. I thought it was selfish, not of me, of them. I thought it was so selfish that I had to keep suffering so they would be happy. I was like, that's not fair to me. And then I realized that's not what it's about. I don't know why I was so angry and thought that it was I caused them that pain. And I remember when my dad came to the hospital and saw me. I remember that when I first woke up, my mom was telling me that they said that if I was there any later, I would have died. I wouldn't have made it. That I'm so grateful that my brother caught on, and so happy that they got me there when they did. I am a lot happier now. That is something that suicide is something no one wants to talk about. It's a subject that people stay away from. And not many people are educated on it. And it's something that they need to broaden and open up to. And I feel like everybody needs to, because if you ever feel that alone, because trust me, I know that feeling. You feel like you're trapped in a room with no windows or no doors, and it's pitch black. And you feel so alone. You could be around thousands of people and you feel so alone. And I get that. But you have to reach out. People like us, we have to fight. We have to fight to smile. We have to fight to get out of bed, when all we want to do is black out our windows and never leave our bed. We have to fight to find the happiness in our own lives. And we have to fight to live every day. There is people out there that understand, but there's people that not. And if you're one of the people that have never had to deal with any of this, that's good. But if you see somebody and you think that they are thinking about killing themselves, or you think that they are hurting, reach out and be a friend. Invite them to do stuff so they know they're not alone. Be there for them. Every life matters. Your life matters. And even though you may not see it right now, you just have to keep fighting. When the world beats you down, you get back up and you keep fighting. Tell the world to screw off. People, if you see somebody smile, you don't understand how like one smile makes you feel not invisible. You're like, wow, somebody noticed me and they smiled at me. It's a good feeling. Because when you're walking down the street and you feel so alone and everybody's ignoring you, bumping into you, you feel invisible. Like your life doesn't matter when it does. When did we stop caring about our lives? It's a hard truth, but you just gotta hang in there and you keep fighting. I got tired of hating myself. I hated the way I looked. I hated everything about me. I had nothing good to say about myself. I had no love in my heart for myself. And so it's something that I decided to do something about. I hated feeling miserable all the time. I saw people so happy and I was like, why can't I be happy? So I did something. Because if I knew that I was like, when I tried to take my own life, I was like, next time I won't fail. Next time, there will be no text message to anybody. I will go to sleep and I will stay asleep. And they won't know. And I had to change that thinking, that type of thinking. And so that's when I started going to the gym. I was like, I read up that the gym, helps with depression. And it does for me. Everybody is different. But for me, I go to the gym 6 days a week. And I fell in love with working out. And I started to look better. I started to feel better. I started to hold my head high. Also drawing. Drawing is a really good coping skill for me. I like to draw. Music. Music is my escape. But the thing is it's just like, you gotta find your own coping skills, because you do matter. The only person who can make you feel better is you. And you can change it. Like, you can't just go out and get a girlfriend or a boyfriend to help make you feel better. You need to fix yourself. That's what I had to do, at least. Everybody's different, so. But I didn't want to rely on anybody. Sorry. My camera battery died, so I had to stop the video and charge it some. I'll end this. I pretty much just wanted to say that all of you guys are awesome. All my subscribers, I've talked with a lot of you guys in the comments, and you guys are awesome. So if anybody is ever feeling down, just remember that you are a great person. Okay, you guys are awesome. And you just gotta hang in there. Don't stop fighting. Don't ever stop fighting. And when you're at your lowest, text a friend. Let them know so they can be there for you. Because you matter. You may not see it. And you may be feeling like you're walking around in the darkness blind. And you may feel like there's no hope. But there is always hope. Always. And even in the darkest hour, there's still light that will shine through. You just have to seek it out. I have faith in all of you guys. And I'm telling you, troll or not, your life matters. So you keep fighting. You never give up. Anyway, I'll end this. I just want you guys to know you're awesome. Thank you for all this love and support that you have shown me. There's been times where I've felt back into that darkness, and I'll go to my comment section and read some of the great comments that you guys have given me. Don't ever think that you're not worth anything, please. I'm very thankful for all of you guys. And now you guys know my story. You know the biggest mistake I've ever made. This video got really personal. And there's a lot of people who have no idea what I did. If you think that my story can help somebody, feel free to share this video. My story is your story now. And as scared as I am for me to upload this video, for people to see the thing that I hide from everyone, is scary as crap. It literally scares the crap out of me. This is the hardest video I've ever made. But if I can help just one person by telling them my story, then it was worth it. Keep fighting. You guys are awesome. Like always, peace.